best way to get your voice and political views in the government is by voting. Abraham Lincoln once said, "The ballot is stronger than the bullet." Every 18-year-old legalized citizen has the right and responsibility to vote. Go out and vote. There are many citizens choosing to neglect their rights and responsibilities on voting in the polls. When becoming an adult, there are many responsibilities. Now, not only can you be tried as an adult, but you are also expected to do your responsibilities in voting in the elections and polls. Older and wealthier Americans have a say in who is running the government, New York Times, 2017. The reason for this is because many young adults are choosing not to do their responsibilities in participating in the polls. It is their job to make sure that they are registered to vote and go to voteohio.org to register. It takes probably 10 minutes. All you need is either your last four digits of your social or your driver's license ID number. Super simple. It'll walk you right through it. There are many reasons why they choose not to vote. Whether it be they are not political, they don't have time to go to the polls, or they think their vote will not count. If you're not very political, it doesn't matter. You need to make sure that you're getting represented in the government so that all parties are represented. If you can't make it to the polls for some unknown reason, then it is super important that you go to voteohio.org again and fill out for an application for an absent ballot. When you fill out the application, they will mail you an absent ballot, which will be a ballot, and they will mail it to you. You fill it out and mail it back in. If you think your vote won't count, that's just crazy, because it does. They count them all, and they're counted equally and fairly. Voting is the number one way for Americans to make sure that they are represented in the government. The best way to make sure you are represented is by voting yourself. You do not want to vote for something that is going to affect you negatively, and then you passed it and it get passed, and then be mad about what is affecting you because you chose not to vote. A friend of mine's parents chose not to vote in our small town. So, in a small town like ours, we had a friend. They had a family friend running for trustee, and they chose not to vote for him because they thought that his vote, he wasn't going to get it, and his vote wouldn't have counted. He lost by 2 votes, meaning he needed one to tie and a second one to win. And those 2 people would have voted, he would have been the new trustee. But they didn't vote, and now the older trustee got reelected. When you vote, there's more on the ballot than just voting for the president and whatnot. You're also voting for state representative, governor, members of your state legislative, bills, and laws. The importance of these elections is apparent according to Brussels 2017. It is super important to be knowledgeable on what is going to be on the ballot. With that being said, you want to be an educated voter. Do not just go and vote for something just because you can. You don't want to vote for political parties, as in you don't want to vote red or blue. It doesn't matter what political party you're a part of. All that matters is if you vote for who represents you the best. Do your research, know what's going to be on the ballot. Is there going to be levies? Is there going to be laws? Is there going to be bills? Who's on the ballot? What are they running for? What are their qualifications? Know who and why you want to vote for who you are. We have to take matters into our own hands and educate our fellow citizens on the major issues affecting us. The Left Hook 2014. If you're choosing not to be an educated voter, you're just not voting, not doing your responsibilities as a citizen to be an educated voter. There are 2 important things to becoming a voter. 1, participating in voting. 2, being educated and voting on who is the right and proper candidate you feel to make sure you're represented the best. It is important to make sure that you are heard. That's why we vote. The way our government works is to make sure everyone is represented in some way, shape, or form. If you choose not to vote, you are silencing yourself. You need to make sure that you are a educated person on what's on the ballot. Go out, vote. Bad officials are elected by good citizens who don't vote. George Jane Nathan. Go out, register, vote. Participate in the election. Get her done.